Welcome back to the Castlevania Ravenloft. Last time we left our adventurers, they were running from the behemoth and purifying a natural point in the land of Barovia, which would remove Strahd's taint from the land. I don't ever feel comfortable saying the word taint.
Wow.
But I did it, and it sounds dirty. But
is.
now you've cleaned the taint. This is not the atmosphere I wanted to create here.
No, please, just...
I knew the wet wipes would come in handy.
Oh my god.
Happy Halloween, everybody. It is October, and we're off to a pretty good start because this is going to be a creepy episode. We have a dead player.
Again.
Yes, we have a dead player. Last we left Alexandra, she had fallen to her death. Jeeves went down into the darkness and retrieved her body. We saw for the first time Jack Motley had transformed into a hybrid raven man creature and reached a point where he could pull a switch and help get everybody to the next sections of the room as the behemoth was charging at you. And then you guys shut the gate on it, and Jack cast enough acid splash to melt the back half of the thing off. It all seemed to go well, aside from the loss of life from one of our companions. And Brent, you had to... Well, you noticed that the runes and the arcane marks that surrounded the pool where you purified it looked familiar to something that you saw in the Tome of Strahd. And
yeah.
You spent quite a time reading that and researching it. While you did so, you uncovered a couple of extra bits of Strahd's journal, not just the ritual. So let me find that as well, and I'll go ahead and read that. Just out of character, it's kind of a little bonus because I pasted the wrong entry onto our Facebook group. So
yeah, saw that.
So we'll go ahead and go over that part now. This is a bit of a bonus.
So quiet.
Yeah, I thought that I had more... God, it'd be easier for me to go to the Facebook group and get it now. Because I don't want to paste the wrong thing again. I'm really nervous about that. I want to make sure I paste the right bit of story. I don't want to accidentally reveal more to you than you've already been accidentally revealed. Got my stuff together tonight. This is what happens when I don't drink before I play.
When you don't drink before you play.
Yeah.
Did you hear that, boys? We drive him to drink while he plays. We must be doing something right.
Yay.
Where's that dang tome?
Tome. Okay, before next session, we're going to practice that word like 50 times, Mike.
Okay, I'll write it and say it every time I write it. Alright, I think I've got it. Maybe. Brent, could you take care of the music? I cannot multitask this much.
Sure.
Get a beer.
No, I don't think I have any.
Ooh.
You can cue up that 30-minute silent madness again. That one's dark and creepy and ominous sounding.
Okay. I'm sure I got the correct one now. This is why we don't live stream our stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Do we not have the Ravenloft chat anymore?
Yeah.
Yeah, we do.
It's right above the voice chat. They're grouped right together.
Oh, there it is. I see.
Is it too loud if I bring my microphone this close to me?
It's a little loud.
All right,
That's okay.
Let me.
I can turn you down a little bit.
No, that's okay. I'll do it. Is this direction louder on my gain, or is this direction louder on my?
That is wow.
Worse.
Sorry.
The second one.
Sorry.
That's right.
How's
It's
how's this?
okay.
Does this sound okay?
That sounds fine.
All right.
Actually, it sounds a little far away.
Yeah,
Oh,
You
this-
can move it a little.
Tell me when. Tell me when to stop.
That's fine. That's perfect. Right.
Okay. So this is the good. All right.
That's a good spot.
I'm tired of giving you guys like accidental things that I'm saying, so it makes me want to go over everything I'm saying before it comes out my mouth. Don't use that either. Just God, please help me tonight. Okay. Music, maestro.
I can't think of anything else, so I'm just gonna play what I've already
Silent
got.
Madness.
What was that? Is it...
Silent Madness. It's dark, it's creepy, it's ominous. It's from N64. There's a 30-minute long version that we queued up before. Hold on, I have the link. There's the link.
Okay.
It is quiet though, so you might want to turn the volume up a little.
Okay.
I don't have bot permissions in this channel.
What? Well, what do you want the volume to be? I'll do it.
It's just the song's really quiet, so you have to crank it up a little bit to make it audible.
Mike just lowered it. Let's do.
Oh, I thought you said you didn't have bot permissions. You're doing it just fine.
I don't. Brent's doing it.
What do you mean you don't?
I don't. Watch what happens.
The bot just doesn't like you.
I have control over the other two bots, but not this one, because this one's hosted from your computer, not Paco's.
Well, yeah, but how does Brent control it then?
I don't know. Because he's a mod. He can control all things. I don't know.
I guess, yeah, probably.
Whatever. Yeah, it's fine now.
Yeah, it's fine.
All right. In that case, let us read from the Tomb of Strahd. Everyone open your tomes. I said tomb again.
Yeah, you did.
Everyone open your tomes to the entry I accidentally gave away. And I'm going to mispronounce his name again, too.
Longinus.
Longinus, okay. The soldier Longinus that came with Sergei had failed to keep my mother safe in her journey. For this failure, I would have justice. I told Longinus Markovia of my brother's fate, and showed him the powers granted to me by my pact with death. To my surprise, he had relics that wounded me greatly, a whip and a spear that he held with him always. He escaped and consecrated a place near Kresk, where he gathered forces to fight against me. Some even of my own guard, who he convinced of my sin against my brother. I was prepared for his return, though, and have spent many nights in the crypts enjoying the sweet music of his tortured screams. My only regret is that I could not track down the last of his followers, which took the relics from our final battle and hid them beyond my reach. So there you are. The door is open to you, and you went to the place where Brent had touched that monument of the woman with the roses, This time, when he touched it, it revealed a secret. A compartment opened, and he found the very spear mentioned, or the head of the spear mentioned in the Tome of Strahd. This is a very holy relic that Brent immediately recognized, and treated it so holy as if he didn't even want to touch it. Jack was holding it instead. And that's where we now find our heroes.
So as Elias is standing there, he recalls what he had just read in the Tome of Strahd as he was inside the church building, and it dawns upon him that, of course, Longinus was mentioned there, but also it mentions how his followers had spread the relics to different places beyond Strahd's reach. So he says to himself, okay, well, this must be something that Longinus's followers left for someone to find, that someone would step up against Strahd to somehow stand against him. So they must intend for this weapon to be used to hurt him somehow, because that's what it sounds like from the story. And he's, at this point, Elias is speaking out loud. So he says, the blade of that weapon, the head of it, has Christ's blood upon it. I wonder... I will have to search out in my heart if I'm okay with using this, but it may be God's will that I use this as a weapon against the enemy. I have to figure out if I'm going to be okay with that or not, but that must be the will of God.
The logic is sound. I believe Mark stepped away, and Alexandra's dead, so...
And Logan is kind of somewhere. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if he's going to be able to talk very much, but...
Anyways, Jack, thank you for holding on to that. It will take a while for me to come around to being comfortable with that. I hate to call it even a weapon, but this piece of history from the Centurion, pierced Christ. If I didn't even know it was real for certain, but it is certainly a treat and a testament to even the veracity of the scripture to know such a thing exists. Now, I suppose we shall be on our way to meet with the kind man who hopefully can help us with Alexandra.
So the plan is to go to Van Richten's tower?
Yeah, I think that, out of character, I think the plan was Van Richten's, and then Valaki, and then the Abbey. If we need to go to the Abbey.
Okay.
Yeah, that was. I don't remember if you guys were doing a pit stop in Valaki or not, but I definitely remember Van Richten's and then Kresk.
All right. Then you will leave the marsh, the ruins of Perez. As you do, let me bring up the
Mark's back.
the map.
I am.
Remember, you are where the cross marked the monument there at this point. Which route did you want to take to go through? You can just kind of move point to point, kind of waypoints through there as you head east.
Well, I suppose we're going straight north, more or less, aren't we?
You came in from the east to the west, and then once you purified the sacred site, now you're on the west side, and you need to move east to go back towards the roads that will take you to Valaki.
You're saying we need to pick one of the roads.
The tower. I'm saying that this area is something that you need to navigate. So if you'll take the cross here,
yeah,
and just kind of move it through the waypoints of where you go, and I'll explain what you see as you go.
Okay, so we'll go over around this direction.
I feel like this is a game of Minesweeper. Don't go the wrong way.
It might very well be.
Yeah, you pass the churchyard. I'm guessing that you go between the churchyard and the old mansion. Roll a spot check.
Maybe.
I'll roll
Perception.
one for Logan. Yes, a perception. Ooh, Mr. Jeeves has a 20. Mr. Jeeves, you notice that there's a ghost. Looks like an older man. His entrails are spilled. And he has a very forlorn look on his face. He's in the mansion. You see that he's staring at you, but it doesn't look like he is threatening to come out after anybody.
Okay. I'll point him out to my living colleagues.
Yeah, okay, so everyone sees toward the south end of the village the remains of a mansion built on higher ground. It's been reduced to piles of stone and rotting timber. Empty, arched windows stare at you. South of the ruin, an untamed garden runs rampant, surrounded by broken walls that are no longer able to contain the garden. East of the ruin, someone has erected a crude wooden fence, forming a circular yard in which several goats are pinned, summoning the fence post, or surmounting the fence posts are human skulls. You can see that the human skull fenced off place is the where that hut was, where the crows are being kept. I mean the ravens. And Mark points out to everybody a ghost. Everyone else make perception checks. I'm sorry, is it perception? Yeah. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Spots, perception. Yeah. Make him with advantage now that he's pointed it out to you. It's still kind of hard to see. Of course, Mr. Jeeves, you don't have to. You definitely spot him.
Yeah.
And I'll make a roll for Logan.
Mine is pretty bad.
Elias just is not paying attention to anything tonight.
He's really distracted.
Shiny spear.
Yeah.
Well, Jack sees it. Alexandra, you don't. I'm sorry.
Yeah, laugh it up.
A ghost takes shape in the fog, assuming the form of a giant of a man, his features mutilated and his entrails hanging out like frayed ropes.
Ew.
Despite his intimidating presence, the apparition has a cringing light. Is that what that says? Cringing light?
Yeah.
Cringing light in his eyes. And he notices everyone's everyone but Elias is fixated on him now, and he says, "Why do you invade my home? Begone, I beseech you." He stays where he is, and you guys are a pretty good distance away at this point. Did you just want that? Well, what do you want to do?
What do you think? Elias keep walking or?
What? Who said that?
I turn Elias's head to face the manor.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. Once it's pointed out, Elias can see it.
Sir, I forgive us. We do not mean to trespass. Is this your home?
He just stares at you blankly as if he's not trusting anyone. This ghost looks very untrusting of any who may trespass here.
Were you an original dweller of this settlement?
I will always be a dweller in this settlement. I'm cursed to remain here. I was the burgomaster of Berez.
I see. If in case you're not able to notice, sir, perhaps you could seek it out in your heart or feel it somehow. I have just purified this place from Strahd's influence, and I've also freed the relic from its hiding place. I seek to have my have vengeance upon him.
Relic? What relic do you speak of?
I speak of the apparent spearhead of the Lance of Longinus.
Ah, then you are fated to find it then. No one has found that relic ever since it was hidden so long ago by those who erected the statue of my daughter here.
Ah, that was your daughter. I'm sorry.
Yes, Strahd had become fixated on her, said that she was the reincarnation of Tatiana, his love.
What a sick man. We shall have justice and truth visited upon him through the will of God. I feel that it is my path to take this item and to destroy him, if God so wills it.
Well, may God be with you, and perhaps once he's gone from this land and his influence lifted, then I can finally find peace.
Indeed, sir. Do you know anything of the witch that haunts these lands? She rides a skull with flaming red hair.
She is new to these lands. The old witch has always been here, but the one in the skull is new. I know not from where she came.
Yes, I fear that she came from my own land. She haunts me in my dreams, and the men of my land, she turns their hearts to madness, burning of witches, so-called witches. But that's another matter entirely. I thank you for your time, sir, and me and my companions will do our best to make sure that things are turned right.
Best luck to you.
We will certainly need luck, though I don't believe in it. Thank you.
All right. So you guys continue. You go a little north of Baba Lysaga's hut. It looks like a ramshackle hut was built on a big stump. And from it you see caged ravens. They squawk there as if they're asking for help. And you know that the last time you left this place, some time has passed, but you think it may be empty because both the witch and Carmilla had gone off to see what they called the fun in Vallaki.
Right.
I'm sure they have eyes everywhere.
You do see scarecrows similar to the ones you've fought before, stuffed with raven feathers, and they're placed throughout this area as well.
I wish we could help them.
Was that Logan?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose we could free them. I don't know what the circumstances and repercussions of that would be.
She did warn not to touch anything.
Yes. But touch things we have.
Grievous, I'm sure.
So are we helping the ravens or moving on?
I'm going to ask Jack, can you tell if these ravens are natural ravens or more of your kind?
I suspect only that they are my kind.
Which, by the way, is very interesting. I had my suspicions of what you might have become, Jack, but thank you for your help back there. Without you doing that, we would all be dead.
I have always been thus. I am Jack Motley.
Indeed. Well, I suppose the question is, do we want to risk whatever punishment the witch would send upon us?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Not yet. We can always come back. That's my current thought.
Yes. Maybe once this is settled, and maybe once we have a place that they could go to, maybe then we can come back. Maybe we can assure the safety of the Blue Water Tavern.
Actually, that's a good idea. Why don't we just point out this location to them?
Yeah, that's a good idea as well. All right, let's go continue on north then, gentlemen.
Okay. All right, so you leave the area. Let's get the big map out here. And last we left you guys. Am I not sharing this whole sheet? Because the whole
I can
thing
see
should
it.
be-
Yes, sir.
There. Now you can pan around everywhere.
Ooh. Wow.
Right, Van Richten gave you the full map. There's no need to hide it at this point. So you're there at the ruins of Perez, and you're going to start traveling up north, eventually reaching this point.
Right?
Alright.
You can go ahead and shift to Alexandria now if you want at this point.
Yeah, but not before...
You don't have to roll for anything.
Yeah. It's going.
I think I know what's going on at this point. He's done it so many times.
No wolves are in the area.
Actually, wolves are all over Svalich Road, if you guys remember from previous sessions.
No.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
that's what I rolled.
Yeah.
Okay.
6 means something didn't succeed.
No, 6 on a
Six is the
d6.
number.
Oh.
Come on. Give us a break.
A snarling wolf the size of a grizzly bear steps out of the fog.
What?
5 others follow behind it.
What?
And you guys are only 3 people. So I'm going to need you to roll initiative.
Crap. Pretty good, Jeeves.
Not too bad yourself. You want me to roll for Jack, or are you going to roll for Jack?
I'm doing stuff with the wolves. Hold on.
Or is April going to roll for Jack?
April roll for Jack.
Oh, okay. Let me give her control. I'll take a moment to do that right now.
That way she's not just sitting there bored.
I don't mind.
Do.
Why did I pull up Alexandra's?
I know nothing about Jack's abilities, so I'm not going to be able to play him effectively.
I will guide you.
I'll have that. That's
Pull up shield a lot and keep us from dying.
all right. Do you have a
Script
character
error.
sheet?
Nope, I have
You
script
got one
error.
shield left. Don't.
You have what?
No, I have script error.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Script error.
It's not. Yeah, I made now. Wow, the screen is like going applet. I need to X out of Fantasy Grounds and restart. So that was a bad idea. Never mind. I will let you control him, I guess.
Okay. Did you upgrade your fantasy grounds before you started?
I did.
All right. I have no idea why it's doing that then. But let us know when you get back in, because.
I'm hopping in right now.
All right. So yeah, I was gonna do these wolves here.
That was actually kind of fun. I haven't seen an applet window happen like that in a long time.
Oh, why?
Giant Jeeves.
Giant Jeeves.
Giant Elias. Giant Jack.
Did you set the grid size?
No, this already has a pre-made grid on it, so just shrink yourselves with holding control and using the mouse wheel. Everybody do the twist. Alright.
Jack, you're too big.
3, 4, 5. There we go.
Elias, you're tiny.
You guys are all over me.
Alright. Now, this isn't like the other encounter that you guys had problems with the wolves. These are the size of bears. They are huge.
Uh-huh.
I heard you. Grizzly bear.
Yeah.
Elias is going tiny again.
Well, I'm trying to make myself just within the squares. You know?
Oh, wow.
I think I figured it out. I think that little bridge there is a spawn point for something. Like an encounter spawn or something. Because
Yeah,
every time you go near it, Mike rolls dice and shit
Yeah.
happens.
Yeah, I figured that out too a while ago. Like he always has to check for it there at Crossroads.
Yeah.
Yeah, something's
You're
not
on to
working with
me.
the grid.
Figuring the game out.
Right, so next time we cut through the forest.
I would find a way to do random encounters. Regardless.
I mean, there's Crossroads like everywhere, so it wouldn't really matter. Whoa, that's a lot of D's.
Direwolves.
D as in death.
There's some big D's
Yeah.
over there.
I'm thinking TPK.
D's as in you're all gonna die.
So yeah, I'm gonna drop Alexandra's body.
Thanks!
That's a good start.
And use it
Tasty
for
Alex.
bait. Let's go feed it to the wolves. Let them
Gee,
distract. you know.
thanks.
Maybe your trusty frog stick can do something for you.
Do you want to try it?
Here,
I'll
fetch
try
it, puppy!
Try it. Or a wrinkled finger.
Oh, God.
Huh.
How about a small bag of human skin? Yeah. Mincemeat pies.
Oh yeah, you can throw the rotten pies at them.
Yeah,
They're
that'll.
not rotten, they're magic.
It's actually not a bad idea. Oh, wargs, huh?
Same thing. Why on the screen are they different? That's weird.
Yeah, the grid is not snapping at all. Like Brent is obviously seeing smaller grid because he's
Oh.
making himself tiny.
Okay, I know what I need to do. I need to lock token size. Lock token scale. Now does it work? Yeah, everyone but Brent. Okay. Yeah, there we go.
There we go. I'm the right size now. Just about like that.
All right. So next up, Alexandra. Let's get
It's
get
dead.
over to you.
One sec.
Jack rolled a 5. Oh dear.
Did she roll for him or did I? I don't. I didn't do it. I'm gonna roll that now because I think when I tried to give him to her, it messed
Sorry,
up.
I had my foot tangled in the wire for the microphone. I was afraid to move. I would have ripped the microphone out.
Let's see. His initiative is on this sheet somewhere. Where is it? On the player sheets. Where are initiatives?
In the middle.
In the middle. Oh, there it is. Oh boy. Alright, Jack did better than the dire wolves, so that's good. Alright, Alexandra. Falling into darkness, the last thing you hear is your own screaming, then quiet. You feel a small hand close around your fingers. Your eyes open and begin to focus on the child before you. Rose says, "I've missed you," as she helps sit you up. She hugs you and then smiles. "I can't play with the dollies unless you help them."
Rose? Where am I?
You're with us now.
Oh no. Oh, this can't be happening. Not again.
It's okay.
Well-
We can play together forever.
You don't understand, Rose. I can't be here. I have things to do in life. I have to set out with my friends to destroy Strahd and free this land.
I don't know of any way back, but I sure do know that we could use your help.
I'll do whatever I can for as long as I'm here, but I'm sure my friends are already looking for a way to resurrect me again.
Taking inventory of what you have with you, it looks like you have all of the equipment that you died with. So, what are you wearing, and what weapons do you have?
That's not really a pertinent question.
Yes.
Leather armor,
Okay.
her whip, her crossbow, her hand axes, her battle axe that she took from Jeeves, that he took from Ezek, a spear, and everything that was in her backpack. And the rat dagger, and her rapier.
All right. Well, Rose takes you by the hand and starts to lead you off. Will you follow her?
I might as well.
All right. Well, Rose leads you through a surreal world that is a reflection of Barovia. Time and space slide to show you scenes familiar to you, but also mix with what you think may be some of Rose's short life before she was confined to her room. No matter what strange paths you carve through the misty soil below your feet, the Castle Ravenloft is always looming in the distance. Soon, in an odd way that time moves, you find yourself in Vallaki. But this place seems darker and sharpened, as if this impression of the village was projected from the soul of one who is intimate with its every detail. One who paints those details with less regards for physics and more of a slanted Baroque style. The seedy tavern that you burned down has not only made its way here, but has sprouted into an exaggerated tower that looks less like a real structure than it does some giant-scale dollhouse. From within, you hear moans of a tortured young woman. The sobs of others serve as a constant rhythm for this painful song. And Rose looks to you, unafraid.
Rose, what's going on in this place? It looks different than I remember.
It's okay, you can do this.
Do what? I don't understand.
You can help us. You saved Thorn and me, and you can save them too. Then we can all play together forever.
Save who? What is going on?
The Dollies.
Oh no.
She recedes somehow that lets you know that she's still with you, even though you can no longer see her thankful smile.
And horrible realization dawns upon Alex's face, and she swallows the nervous lump in her throat. Rose, I will do what I can. And she starts to head closer into the town. And heads towards the house.
All right, that's loud.
In the world? Oh, you did that.
Yeah. The tower opens up as easily as some sinner proudly confessing their most unholy secrets. Inside is the lobby where you ate with Ezek before your final encounter. Small flames endlessly burn yet never consume this place. They cast dancing shadows and flickering lights which reflect in the still wet blood slicking the stairwell. The sobs are nearer.
Recognizing the tavern, she slowly heads towards the stairs, pausing just a moment at the sight of blood before continuing on upwards.
The stairs creak in complaint as you ascend. The spot where you recovered Ezek's corpse still is thick with a pool of blood. Futilely trying to soak up this mess with cloth is a life-size doll of a nude woman. Her long blonde hair whips around as her head spins full circle, stopping to meet your eyes with its remarkably expressive face. Her sobbing abruptly ends as she notices you, and her carved wooden countenance shifts to a worried surprise. A quiet songbird voice begs to you. Run away, before he knows you're here. He shall feed on our suffering forever. The expression locks in place, but seemingly out of fear, she resumes mopping up the blood.
I appreciate your warning, but I have a feeling he already knows I'm here. Running at this point would do little good. Where is he?
She shifts her doll-like arm up and points a limp wrist up towards as the stairs go higher and higher.
Would you know of a way to free you from this place, aside from defeating him?
There's no hope here. Run. Run while you can before he knows.
Oh boy. Alex turns back toward the stairs, looking back and forth between heading up and down.
Okay. Let's see how our friends are faring with the dire wolves.
We should try to run.
Yeah.
Okay, well these things are big. Running is going to be a test of endurance against theirs. And if everyone's in agreement with running, which it sounded like Mark was, I'll assume Jack is too then.
Well, I don't think we stand a chance otherwise. We can try, but I don't think we stand a chance. Against one, maybe.
Oh, I'm
Two,
not trying to convince you.
possibly.
It sounds like you guys were unanimous in that decision. I don't think it's unwise to be.
Yeah.
Well, my thinking is we had a pretty decent amount of trouble with 6 or so regular wolves, and these are much bigger ones.
Yeah. We could probably handle 1 or 2, but not 6.
These things look fast, though, guys.
Yeah, they probably are.
So they're fast and strong. Well, what are we surrounded by? Is it just woods and road?
Yeah, and there's a bridge that goes over a stream. The road comes to an intersection and branches into different directions. Down below, let's see, how far is that?
Well, what I'm kind of curious about is how wide is the bridge? Can we kind of funnel them through it, maybe?
The bridge is wide enough to where if you wanted to fight on it, they could still get 3 abreast. They're huge, but the bridge is very large.
Hmm. 3 abreast isn't terrible.
Yeah.
Jack says, I can outrun them if I fly.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, he can. If he wants to go get help, by all means.
Well, we could run to Valaki. That's a little closer.
The wolves begin to prowl towards you, all simultaneously and slowly. Jack, are you there with us? Can you hear us? 4, 3, 2. Okay.
It's not.
Jack bursts into hybrid raven form and rushes headlong straight into the pack of dire wolves. All of his possessions
As
drop.
it happens, I'm here, but yes,
There he
that's actually kind of exactly what I was going to do, so.
Okay.
Really?
Well, all of his belongings drop in front of you, and he is barreling towards all of them. Jack, what would you like to do? Or say, or whatever, to these things?
Persuade to taunt and Basically try and get them to follow me away from the group.
Excellent. All right, so let me do that for Jack. I'm going to use your skill of persuasion, which is at a +6. Good dang, dude. You rolled a 22 total,
Nice.
and seeing this, the dire wolves will have a chance to make some saves. Not saves, but just some wisdom checks to see what you're up to here. Okay, all but 2 of them. You have... Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... Oh, that was your check. No, all but 1 of them. One of them naturally succeeded, and although the rest of the pack breaks off and begins chasing Jack at full speed, one of them stays behind, and it instead looks like it's going to be focused on Elias and Mr. Jeeves.
Okay,
Okay, I think we can take one. And what do you say, Jeeves?
I think so.
All right.
All right, Mr. Jeeves, you've got the initiative here.
All right, do you want to... Which wolf are we aiming at here?
The only one that didn't run away, which is this one here. All the rest are following Jack.
Okay, cool. Okay, I'm gonna take a shot.
All right. The range on that is 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. About 45 feet. What's the range on your weapon? Are you using a
That's a short bow.
short bow?
I'm just checking. 80 feet.
Okay, yeah, it's within range then, without any penalties or anything. That's a hit. All right, yes. Mr. Jeeves shoots an arrow and gets it right in its flank. So, good job, Mr. Jeeves. Is there anything else you wanted to do with your turn?
No.
All right, it growls and looks ready for a fight. Elias, your turn.
All right. While they were talking, Elias had readied his heavy crossbow, and he will now take aim and fire that at the direwolf.
What's the range on the heavy crossbow? Probably within range, but
It's
Yeah.
100. It says
Oh, yeah.
100/400, so
yeah, you're good.
so probably fine.
That's a miss, yes. All right, Jack has already taken his turn, and then the dire wolf will take its turn. So it runs up to
Of course.
kind of both of you, and it will attack Elias. All right, it bites at Elias, but misses.
Yay.
All right, all the rest of the wolves take their turns chasing after Jack. Jack, what do you want to do?
How fast do they move?
Just as fast as you, 100 feet around.
Try and Wait. What do you want me to roll to try and be evasive right now?
Well, what's your goal? To lose them?
Lead them away from the goal group, lose them if I can, but get them away.
You think that at this distance they would go straight back to the group if they lost you?
Yeah.
So just lead them straight for a little while then, probably.
Or lead them back toward where there's guards and slayers of wolves.
Well, actually, not
That's a
very
very
far
good
away.
idea.
But you are a
Take him to
monster.
Vallaki. Take him to Vallaki.
Jack, you look like a monster. You can't let the guards see you like that.
Will they recognize him as
Then
Jack?
just lead them away for now. I can't do a whole lot of anything.
Okay. In which direction did you want to lead them? Towards Vallaki, or Lake Zarovich is to the north of you, and then to the west is Deep Woods.
Visibly full.
The lake.
All right, so you start heading north. Okay, let's check back in on Alexandra. So you continue your climb. Well, no, you didn't decide what you were going to do. Have you decided yet?
Yeah, I think she was going to leave the tower for now, at least until she can gather some courage.
Okay. Well, you climb
She
back
was going.
down.
She was going to head to the graveyard.
You climb back down the stairs, each creaking as you go, trying not to slip in the blood that seems to be forever stuck on the steps. And the door allows you to exit just as easily as you had entered. You make your way through the streets of Vallaki, although it looks much different than you remember. It looks like it's mixed with maybe kind of when you saw it, but also tinges of the past, because some of these buildings look completely different. You make your way to the church, and it looks like you expect it to. It even includes Isaac's gravestone.
Alright, she's going to wander over to it and inspect it. She's actually surprised to see it there, seeing as how she never actually saw it get planted in the graveyard in the world of the living.
Well, it looks exactly like you expect it to.
I suppose she'll linger there for a few minutes, trying to gather up her resolve. I can't sit around here all day. I have to face him sooner or later. And with that, she starts heading back.
Okay, you find it easily enough, and you notice that no matter where you move, it looks like no buildings even obstruct it. Castle Ravenloft is always in sight. But you find the tower once again, and you continue to climb up the stairs. Did you want to do anything when you reach the sobbing doll soaking up the blood? Or just continue past?
She'll just continue past.
Alright, you notice that various parts of this building are burning, but it looks like the flames aren't eating away the wood. It does cast exaggerated looking shadows on the walls. So you continue up the stairs, passing open rooms of grotesque purposes. Each is home to a doll of Isaac's twisted fantasies, and some of them are present, though too exhausted to be anything but sobbing, life-size mannequins, still in the position their master had left them. Not much farther up, tortured moans cry from beyond a half-open door. Within you find Isaac, playing with his toys. 5 dolls are all strung up in each corner of this pentagon-shaped room. Each are bound with ropes or chains in different unnatural positions. Some are suspended from the ceiling and others tied to stands. In the center of this room, Isaac is lustfully engaged with a young woman on an altar. You see something demonic fused to his back, like some sort of parasite near the shoulder of his scaly red arm. You're sure that wasn't visible in the world of the living, but the way it resembles the rest of his arm, you wouldn't be surprised if it wasn't always really there. The young woman notices you. She doesn't appear to be a doll, at least not at this moment. You see her silently mouth the word "please" to you through a quivering lip. Isaac notices you, but he pays no attention. Let's get back to the direwolf fight. All right. So, Mr. Jeeves, it is your turn.
saw it coming. I pulled out my my rapier and I take some stabs.
All right. It will be a sneak attack.
Yes.
It's a hit.
Ow.
Huh. That is a total of 20 damage. Yes, the wolf howls in pain. You're pretty sure that the wolves that Jack is pulling away from you have definitely heard that howl.
Uh-oh.
How they reacted, though, you don't quite know yet. But you sink your rapier deep into the chest of this wolf. It looks like it still has some fight left in it, though. Elias, that's your cue, unless Mr. Jeeves had anything else to do.
Nope. I'm just ready for Elias to finish it off so we can run.
All right. So, briefly thinking about how he's going to attack the wolf, he decides to try the axe on it to get more familiar with it, and swings it sideways at the maul base.
That's a hit. Very good
Nice
hit.
hit.
All right.
Maybe the axe is your thing.
Let's see. All right, Elias raises the axe above his head, brings it down right between the shoulders of this giant wolf. It stumbles and slopes to the ground for a second, but then shakes its head and growls before it lunges back at Elias. Did you want to do anything else with your turn before it attacks?
No, I'm staying put.
Man, it really doesn't like you.
That's good for you, though, Jeeves. It has a less chance to hit me.
I guess so.
And you're a little hard, too.
Oh, the wolf slips, and due to the axe damage right between its shoulder blades, this wolf opens itself up as it misses Elias completely. You'll both get an attack of opportunity on it.
I'll roll a 1.
Wow.
Yeah, Elias, you go first since it was attacking you. You dodge
Alright.
it very easily.
Poor doggy.
Yes, it's a hit.
Nope.
All right,
Nice.
and that's going to do it. How did you want to finish it off?
So as I see it kind of stumble forward and miss us, I bring the axe back up overhead again and straight down upon its skull to split it up.
Yes, it doesn't even have a moment to howl as it dies. So that wolf is gone, and you see no trace of Jack other than the equipment that he's left at your feet.
Alright. Let's see.
Uh,
Grab
Jeeves,
what we can.
let's try to gather up Jack's belongings here, and
Right.
I assume we can meet back up with him at Valaki. I'm not sure where he's went exactly, except kind of to the north.
Yeah, let's hope he knows we're going that way, so hopefully he'll head that way too. I gotta carry Alexandra too.
Yes.
Yep. All right, Jack. You're leading all these wolves away. What do you want to do? You will eventually get to the water.
How long away is eventually?
Just a few rounds.
Get them to the water and then keep going over the water.
Yep.
All right. I'll describe what you see when you get to the water. At the foot of this mountain, nestled in the misty forest, is a large lake. The water is perfectly still and dark, reflecting the black clouds overhead like a monstrous mirror. Pulled up along the south shore are 3 small rowboats. A 4th boat can be seen in the middle of the lake, with a lone figure sitting in it, a fishing pole in hand. And you know that these wolves will not be able to pursue you into the water if you were to fly over it. It looks like the man in the rowboat hasn't quite noticed you yet. In fact, it looks like he might be in some kind of trance. And with that, we'll get back to Alexandra.
Really? He took his art?
I liked it so much. I decided
Yeah,
to use
yeah.
it. Plus, I figured he'd like to see it, right? Hope so.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, well, you're once again reunited with Ezek. He says, "Of all the wandering souls in this place who have left their purpose behind, look what I have built. Every dark pleasure I allowed myself was bound here and waiting for me. My only regret is not finding more precious little dolls to break over and over again. Do you see what I've accomplished here?"
You know what I came here to do.
And what is that?
You can't keep doing this, Ezek.
Oh, but I can, and I surely intend to.
None of these women deserve what happened to them did. Let them go, and I'll stay here with you willingly, for as long as I'm able, until my friends bring me back, if they ever do. I didn't run from you before. I won't run now.
You would stay here with me in their place.
Yes.
I expected you to say this. In life, I knew you were special. Different, because you enjoyed every cruel little thing I did to you. Even as I was burning and choking you to death, you wanted me, Alex. I could rake my claw through the flesh of your back, and you would somehow find delight. All the others I've raped and broken, they would fight or run. You, however, will always have some desire for me hidden away in the darkest parts of you. That is why you don't interest me in the slightest. You're just not my kind of girl.
Is lurched onto your back.
Sorry, my Discord's messing up a little bit. What was that you said about his back?
Is that you?
Dang it. Is it just me that she's cutting out on? Can anyone hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Is the music and everything cutting out for everybody, or is
Yep.
it just me?
Just briefly.
I think maybe the bot's lagging me out or something. Does it not know pause? I wanted it to stop.
Everything.
Yeah, everyone
Yeah.
is cutting out. That's great. We'll just go on anyway. Okay, what did you say about his back? Please, God, let this work.
Is that you talking? Really you? Or just that thing lurched onto your back?
My back? I have no idea what you're talking about.
Ezek. Yeah. It's like some sort of arm.
Is she cutting out for anybody, or is my connection just this bad?
Must be you.
Yeah,
You.
it's just me. Great. I'm going to kill the bot completely. And maybe adjust the channel's bitrate. It's already down pretty low. Okay, well, it's green now. I guess that's good. Ezek doesn't appear to know what you're talking about when you mention the thing on his back.
Poke it.
Wow.
Yeah, I think shutting the bot down helped.
That's too bad.
Well, you can bring the other bot in here from the balcony if you'd like.
Yeah, that did seem to work last time.
Yeah, it's just too much to host from one computer. Unless you're Paco.
Is the parasite corporeal or is it ethereal?
You can see it just fine, but he seems to be unaware of it. It has the same kind of expressions on his face when he talks. It looks like whenever it or he is communicating it, they have the same emotions and expressions.
I'm just wondering what kind of attack to make. That bot's loud.
Oh boy. Yeah, that's cutting out for me too.
Alright, just kill it.
I will. Yeah, let's just kill
That's
the bot.
fine.
That's the balcony bot.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
too many bots in here. There's something, I don't know, that my connection's just really bad. But that's cutting out for me pretty bad.
Okay.
Yes, please return it to the balcony. I'll do it. There.
Oh, did you get it? Oh, okay.
Okay, so Sunraiser, what would you like to do?
Isaac, I'm sorry, but I have to do this. And with that, she grabs the whip and attempts to disarm and dislodge the parrot holder.
All right. Well, you can't disarm it. It's like literally his arm. But
No, definitely.
well,
Well, technically, disarm.
But as he goes for his weapons, he doesn't really look all that interested in anything you have to say, and he says, "Begone, Alex. You and your friends were bothersome enough to me in life. Don't be like a stubborn shit that I can't scrape from my boot. I don't care where you go, but if you do not leave now, I will put you in a little box at the bottom of Lake Zarovich." And now you can either roll initiative or do something else. There's a pleading look from the only human-looking girl in this room on the altar, beneath him, which he still hasn't even bothered to remove himself from.
God, really? I don't know what to do.
All right, and with that, let's focus on what's happening with Jack at the moment. You're flying over the water, the wolves behind you, and you can see that there's something in the rowboat. Go ahead and, well, I'll do it for you, because you're not technically in Fantasy Grounds. I'm going to roll a perception check for you.
Everybody?
No, just Jack.
Just Jack.
All right, let's see what the dice check on that is. You see there is some kind of sack. It looks like a large burlap sack, but you can't quite tell what it is from this distance. You'd have to get closer. Do you want to continue flying towards the boat or do something else?
Oh, fly very carefully towards the boat. What do the wolves do after I hit the water?
It looks like they start anticipating on which side of the lake that you're going to land. They think that being a flying creature, you're not going to be able to just fly over the lake all day. So they're pacing in anticipation of which way around the lake they might need to go. So you approach closer, and you see that the man still has no real look on his face of any emotion. It looks like he's in a trance. Tied up in the boat is some kind of burlap sack that looks to be squirming. It looks like it could easily hold a human inside the sack.
Fly down in front of him. Just pass, like, in front of him.
As you do, you don't really get his attention, but you hear screams coming from the sack as he picks her up and throws it in the water. The female voice is instantly muffled by the sound of the splashing water, and she has descended beneath the surface. You weren't quite close enough. When you flew in front of him, he was already throwing her over.
Land on the boat, smack him.
All right. What kind of smack do you want to do? You have magical smacks, or you have just slaps?
Slap him.
All right. So you rear back and slap the shit out of this guy. Let's see what happens.
You're not going to dive in and save the screaming burlap sack?
Birds don't fly.
What?
Yeah, they do.
What?
That's what they do.
I mean, birds don't swim. Jack's secret. You thought he was a were-raven. He's really a were-penguin.
Were-penguin.
All right. Yes, when you slap him, he seems to snap out of his trance, and he is terrified by the creature now standing in front of him.
I am your conscience. You threw a woman in the lake. Go save her. Point.
He doesn't understand what you're saying, but he is left in. Well, you've rocked the boat in a way to where you're not sure if he even wanted to be in the boat, but he's fallen or jumped out, completely horrified by seeing you there. And he also splashes and goes beneath the dark surface of the water.
That did not go how I wanted it to.
So now there are two bodies, one in a burlap sack sinking towards the cold depths at the bottom of the lake, and one man flailing around trying to swim.
Jumping in would be a terrible idea. How far down is the burlap sack?
You can't see it.
Save the sack,
Do you
poor
have
child.
Do you have any special vision qualities as a were-raven?
I think I have low light vision.
In that case, if you're to get under the water, you might have a chance if she hasn't fallen too far.
Pray to whatever god or goddess has my back at this point and jump in.
Okay. Jack jumps into the water. And I pull his character sheet up once more and look at his skills.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, swimming isn't the best thing that you do. But it is strength based. So you do have a slight bonus in it. Your total roll is a 9. You don't find that you're swimming very effectively, but you do see just the faintest glimpse of what may be the sack down there. You think that you would have to try really hard to get to it before it gets outside of your vision. Did you want to dive deeper?
Yes.
Did you want to use a luck roll? Burn a luck?
I have to wait until after I've rolled.
I rolled a
to,
9.
but before the hour.
Well, I rolled an 8 plus 1. I rolled a 9. You can reuse. You can do a luck roll for that.
Pop.
If you want.
Yeah, pop the luck.
Okay, let me see how to do that. Is that in your actions, I'm guessing?
Yeah. I should
points.
have ammo. I believe I've got one left.
Yes, you have your last luck point. Wish me luck, buddy, because I'm rolling for you.
Yep.
I love how it shows Strahd there. though.
Oh, nice. I rolled a 13, plus 1's a 14. And that is enough for you to get down and get a hand or a claw on it and to begin pulling it up. But that's going to require another strength check or swim check. They're both basically the same thing.
Roll it.
Unfortunately,
Roll the bones.
you didn't pass the dice check for that. So let's see. Pulling her back up is going to take a bit longer at this point. You think that you can hold your breath just fine, but you think whoever was screaming when they were thrown into the water may not have been prepared to go under and might have a bit of a problem surviving this. All right, Alexandra. You have Ezek in front of you, still on the altar, his back still up towards the ceiling. So if you wanted to strike at the parasitic demon-looking thing behind him, you could.
Attack him mid-thrust.
Oh boy.
She is torn. She has no idea if what she's doing is right or if it's even going to make any difference whatsoever, but she knows she has to try. So, yes, let's attack the parasite.
All right. What is a good way for me to easily let you attack him? Well, you just roll your attacks and I say whether it hits or not. I got his AC on the screen here. Oh, yes, that's definitely a hit. Or, oh, you can see the combat tracker, can't you?
I still have everybody loaded with the dire wolves on it. It doesn't show mine.
Well, let me clear all of those.
And E6 AC should be lower because he's not wearing all of his armor, right?
He is wearing all... Well, not all of it, no. Hold on. I didn't think about that.
She's not actually attacking him.
Brent's helping you out of character.
Yeah.
Yeah, just saying he was having sex, so he's probably not fully girded and everything.
This is true. This is true. I did not account for that. Good thinking. Alright, so Alexandra... Gotta get you in this combat tracker. And that didn't work. Script error. Wonderful.
She popped in.
Ugh.
Twice.
Okay.
Double Alex.
Alright, we don't need two of those.
Damn it.
One's enough.
That's for sure.
Okay.
Bite me.
Let me adjust his AC, though, because Brent's got a good point here. Let me look at his equipment.
Is he at full health?
Why would he not be? He's been feeding off of these girls for God knows how long, ever since he's been dead.
And I'm completely at a disadvantage. This is fun.
He would normally have studded leather armor on, and...
Trying to help you out here.
Let's see. Studded leather gives an AC base of 12? Does that remove 12? That certainly can't be it. Is that legit?
Maybe not wearing
Yes,
it.
in this edition it's 12 with the studded leather.
So you take it off and you go down 12 AC points?
No, wearing studded leather, you have a base AC of 12, plus your dex bonus up to, I think, I don't remember that, but...
So...
No, like, not wearing it, you would be, like, probably 8 or 10 or something, I would assume.
I think it's still a base 10 plus your dex modifier.
Okay.
It'd be 0.
Yeah. Well, that definitely helps out some.
Yeah.
This edition works off of different equations, it's not all immediately additive to each other. It's not all stackable. It's really kind of odd.
Yeah, I'm just checking here that in the combat tracker, these changes, yes, they did take effect. Okay, so his AC is correct now. Good job, Brent. Also, as if it was bound to his soul, the battle axe leaves you, Alexandra, and appears in his hand.
Oh, fantastic.
But I'm gonna let you roll initiative. Ooh,
Yeah.
not good. He doesn't care to really do anything. He's just gonna keep doing what he's doing.
Well, this is good for me. Can I roll my damage now?
Did you roll your 2 hit? I didn't see it. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you surely... Yes, you hit him. Absolutely. Sorry, I got distracted with all that AC stuff for a minute. All right. This was with your whip. So the whip cracks, and you hit right where that demon thing is. And it flinches, and then he looks extremely pissed.
I see that.
You can drag onto the combat tracker from now on. I'll go ahead and apply that damage. And then Ezek, like I said, his battle
I
axe
get
comes
2
to him.
attacks.
Oh, yeah. That's right. You might even get more than that. Depends on what you want to do. But don't hold it
Disarm?
back. Do everything you can. Sure, disarm
Disarm the battle axe. Yes, that would be a great idea. Damn it.
That might work.
would be good. That beats his AC, so yeah.
Yeah.
And when you do your attacks, just drag it on him in the combat tracker.
Sorry, I forgot.
Alright. Yeah, that definitely does damage. And I'm going to go ahead and say that there was a surprise round beforehand to where you could have hit him. So that will be in addition to what you're doing now.
So another attack?
Yeah, another attack for free, and then if you wanted to use any kind of action surge or anything like that, that would also
Well,
be okay.
did she disarm him successfully?
Well, I missed the whole part when he was still busy, and I kind of wanted to get that out of the way. So let's just do this next hit that you're about to do as if he was armed, and we'll worry about the disarm in a second. I'll have to brush up on disarming again. Just go ahead and make another whip attack. Alright, that's also a hit. So roll damage for that. Okay, excellent. Yep, you're already making progress. Alright, now let's figure out... Oh, okay, so that hit right there was the one that got him up, pissed, and axe in hand. So then you disarm him with your whip. So you rolled a 14 plus 7 is 21, which is a hit. And then what do you do? He has to make a save or something against your...
Yes. I see.
Your notes say...
Strength save of DC 15.
I've got DC 14. 8 plus proficiency plus dex
Okay.
mod.
Okay. But I thought it was 15.
So that's...
It's marked on my sheet as 14. I mean, not 15. Sorry.
So it's a strength check?
Yeah.
It's easier for me to just do this right off his sheet. says save, not a check. All right. He rolled an 18, so he keeps a hold. But does that do any kind of extra damage, that D8? Yeah, that was included, right? Yes, it was 2 and then plus the 3. All right, excellent. So that's all the hits that you get in. The next will be his turn.
I could do an action surge.
Yes, you could if you wanted. So if you would like.
I'll save it till next time.
All right. Anything else before I continue?
No.
All right. He raises his battle axe up and swings at you, which is a hit. And he's going to inflict heavy damage, 16 points of damage. Alexander, you were at full health before, right? No? Well, we've got to take care of that. All right, and then, boom. Okay, yeah. When you died, you came back at full health.
Okay, did my dice reset too, or?
No, but your hit points did.
No, not the hit dice, the combat dice.
I'll say yes. Why not? We'll consider it like you're arrested.
All right.
Well, now your HP is like when you died, so no big loss.
Thanks. Okay.
All right, and
So
he does
she
get
can
a
parry
multi.
that too, if she wanted it, right?
Yeah, you can parry that. It was a good hit. It'd be a good one to parry.
Yeah, I'll parry it.
All right. What do you have to do to parry?
I'm checking now. Reduce the damage by the number you roll on your superiority dice plus your dexterity modifier. So superiority dice is 1d8 plus 4. So where's my d8?
So 11?
So, yep, 11. So only 5 points of damage.
Nice.
Good call. All right, and then he's going to take his second attack. So he brings the battle axe around again. But misses you. So it's your turn again.
Okay. She's going to try to trip him.
Well, you hit. All right, and that's 9 damage. And what does he have to? Is it the same DC?
It says, yeah, same DC. It's a 15.
All right. Strength save.
And it also
is-
knocks prone.
He rolled a total of 14. Oh boy, that's
That's
the exact
not
number.
enough. No, it's 15, Mike.
Is it different than your other one? I thought
No,
all of your
it's
abilities.
No, they're all 15. It's the D8
No.
plus. Yes, it is. Hold on. I have it right here in front of me.
I have it noted on your actual notes at the bottom on the tab that it is 8 plus proficiency plus dex mod. So if your proficiency went up,
My proficiency is 3.
11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh, okay. Well, we just need to update your notes here. I'll do it. I'm already at that spot. Okay. In that case, he fails, and you knock him prone. Let me get the prone thing out. Unless that's something that you can drag on him from your character sheet.
Let's.
I'm already there, though. I'll do it.
I already did it.
Oh, okay, good. All right, so he is now prone. How many attacks was that?
That was 1.
All right, looks like you still got some fight left in you. Then go for it.
Alright, she's going to attack that parasite again.
When he went down, it opened himself for you to be able to hit that a bit easier. Holy crap! Critical hit.
Mhm.
Oh,
Wow.
minimum
Oh,
damage.
Really?
That's robbed.
Robbed, yes.
FML.
That's just the way the dice go sometimes.
But I have action surge.
Indeed you do.
I'm burning it now.
All right. It's a hit. All right, 9 more points of damage. Anything else with your turn?
Nope, that'll do it.
All right. It'll be his turn next, but let's see what Jack Motley is doing underneath the icy waters. Not icy, but ice cold. And they feel ice cold. They're not frozen or anything. The cold waters of Lake Zarovich envelop you in darkness, and you are going to attempt to swim to the surface with what you have in your hand.
It's just burlap, right?
Yeah, it's just a burlap sack.
Rip it open.
You don't think that you could with your strength. And it's tied.
I have claws.
You do have claws. You do lack strength. Your dexterity would have increased, but you're already quite dexterous in this form. So you don't really get a bonus to strength as a were-raven.
No, it just sets dex to 15 unless you're higher, and I am, so yeah.
Why do I keep losing Mr. Jack? There we go. A lot of windows open. Okay, here we go. Strength rolls 15. You get her up, out, beat your wet wings a few times, and throw the burlap sack down into the boat. And then, very dexterously, with no problems, if you had your human hands, you would be able to get that rope open. Unless you wanted to use some kind of other means to do so.
Where is the fisherman?
He's still extremely panicked. It looks like he's swimming to shore. The opposite direction, thankfully, of the dire wolves. Unless, that's not thankfully. I guess it's just my opinion.
Go ahead and get human and naked and undo the ropes.
Okay. You're not quite naked. Fortunately, your cape can provide as much cover as you want it to. I don't know. You might just leave it all behind you.
I don't care.
All right. You open the sack and pull it down, and what you see before you is a girl I lost the description for. Let's see.
A small waterlogged child.
Yes, a small waterlogged child. She appears to be 7 years old. In that range. She doesn't have a "I'm a 7-year-old girl" sign strapped to her. But you see that she doesn't appear to be breathing.
Heimlich? No, not Heimlich.
The song that's playing in the background.
Madonna. Oof.
What's up, sweetie?
I was gonna tell you, if you cut them in half, you can count the rings.
Chest compressions.
Yes, my wife says that if you cut the children in half, you can count the rings to see how old they are.
I think she has it confused with trees, but
Wow.
I could be wrong.
I've never tried, so I can't say no.
Jack said he's going to try chest compressions on the 7-year-old.
All right, let me see what skills we have.
I'm gonna also shout out to the fisherman, like, "Hey, what the fuck?"
Open your heart to me.
Playing during the battle with Isaac and Alex.
All right.
I'm done.
You are untrained in medicine and don't have any wisdom modifier. So I'm going to say with a disadvantage, you roll to try to bring her back, and you understand that you have done terribly. And when you're yelling at the man, he doesn't even care to like look back. Looks like he's swimming for his life.
Little girl is dying. I don't know what I'm doing.
You see something jump up above the water and spits a stream of water at the man. It looks like some kind of creature from the Black Lagoon looking fish man.
It's the Castlevania cave troll.
It looks like it's standing now after it jumped out of the water on some ruined looking pillar.
It's Mr. Krakish.
It looks like some kind of mermanish type being, and it's
Yeah.
attacking the man now. Not a cave troll.
How far away?
What it spit out was water, a jet of water.
Yes, but how far away is it from me?
It's only about 30 feet or so.
Necrotic touch.
Okay, it's... How are you getting to it?
It's a 120 foot range.
I see, okay. So when you say touch, you mean a remote touch.
Yes.
Alright, I'm gonna look that spell up.
It's on my actions. One of cantrips. It might be chill.
Cantrip. Alright, let's see. Cantrips. Shocking Grasp, Minor Illusion, Green Flame Blade, Chill Touch. There we go. You create a ghostly skeletal hand in the space of a creature within range. Make a ranged spell attack against the creature. A ranged spell attack. I guess that's a... What?
If you expand it, it should just have the roll there for you.
Oh. Well, that would be nice. I see. Excellent. You hit it. Doesn't get a save. Let's see here.
It should also have the damage there.
It does. 1d8 necrotic.
2d8, my level.
Yeah. 5th level's 2d8. Right. Let's see if the damage does it automatically. Yeah, it does. Nice. You deal 8 points of damage to it. And the skeletal hand reaches out and touches the merman-looking creature. It looks like it's going to turn its attention on you. And you see that the girl is becoming a deeper shade of blue.
Oh, God damn it, I don't have time for this. Try again with the chest compressions. Medicine roll. Don't know what doing. Don't know what better to do.
Okay. With another roll with disadvantage, you feel like you're not doing much good. I'm sorry. This isn't your specialty.
This is not. But the church man is not here.
All right. With that, let's go back to Alexandra. All right. Alexandra, Ezek is going to use his battle axe and slash at you again. No.
Really now?
He's going to get up first.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's on the floor still. Like
Yeah. That didn't count, okay?
bullshit.
Cut me some slack.
No, it's
He's not going to attack from
time
prone.
for me to have some slack. Damn it!
All right, I'll take... All right, I'll give you some slack. He rolled a... it dropped to 17. And... instead went with a 14. So I think that was the difference between a hit and a miss. I'll give you that one. Don't say I didn't ever do anything nice for you.
Oh,
I know that's a terrible thing to
don't
say.
even.
Okay. He takes another
And
swing.
no, my
now
AC
that
is
he's-
17.
Right. AC of 17 would have got hit by a 17, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So he would have hit you if I wouldn't have been
Yep.
cool just then. But now he rolls a 19 naturally, so 26. I shouldn't tell you that. That tells you what his bonuses are. And it's a hit. So you take 13 points of damage from the weapon that had once killed you. And now it is your turn.
Okay, she's gonna try to trip him again. Because she wants access to that thing on his back.
All right. That's a hit. All right, 7 points of damage, and he needs to make a strength save of 15. And he is exactly at 15.
Damn it. Okay. Alright, she'll try to trip him one more time.
All right.
Wow.
Ooh, a natural 1.
Yep.
This makes up for that mistake earlier.
Don't even.
He's going to get an extra attack at you. But he misses. Nothing to worry about. Anything else with your turn?
No.
All right, then we'll go back to Jack. What would you like to do? Oh wait, first it's the merman's turn. It's going to spit a jet of water at you, and it hits. You have to make a dexterity save or be knocked out of the boat by this jet of water.
Oh.
So I'm gonna do that. That is a save, yeah. Okay. I rolled a 3. I'm sorry, Jack. You fall out of the boat and into the water. What would you like to do? It's your turn now. I'm gonna take over if you don't speak up.
Just sitting here cursing in the car.
Okay.
That's all.
All right. Just need to know you're there.
You made my fucking list. Try and climb back in the boat.
I'm gonna make a perception check for you. While you're underwater, you saw more of those.
I see. In which case, change form, grab little girl, possibly little girl body, depending, and try to fly away.
You think that she's too heavy to fly with?
Son of a bitch. Well, this is about to become unpleasant.
So Mike, what are Jeeves and Elias doing this whole time? I don't know if they did
You're
really.
going to Velaki.
Okay.
So we hadn't at any point decided we should look for Jack or anything.
You said that you guys were gonna go to Velaki and hope that he meets you back there as he's running the wolves away. That was the plan, right?
Yeah, and no amount of time has elapsed where we would start to reconsider, I
No,
suppose.
just a couple of rounds. This is all happening very fast. As soon as he got in sight of the... we're talking in a matter of, like, maybe a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
Once he was at the lake. So it may have taken him a little bit to get to the lake, but not enough for you to even get to the town.
Okay. Well, I guess he's on his own then.
Unfortunately, it's true.
I can get away. That's not an issue. I can get away if things get much more dire. That's not the problem.
He's alive. Pray for Alex.
Try again. I'm pretty sure she's gonna turn blue.
She's already
and
blue.
like die. I'm pretty sure she might die, but try again. I got nothing else.
All right. You attempt once again to push the water out of her lungs and fail. I'm sorry, man, that I'm rolling bad for you tonight.
It's all right. I'm not worried. I might not roll much better. So
Yeah.
Yes, she is definitely suffocating at this point. You think that you might lose her. A few seconds pass, and you think that you can give it a good another try.
31% off each month.
pray and try again.
All right, here we go.
Love of God, whichever God is listening, and I do mean God, not demon or godlike being. Don't let this little girl die.
All right, Alexandra.
He rolled, but he didn't say anything. I'm going
Yeah,
to
he
assume
did.
that's bad.
No, you don't know that. It's a cliffhanger.
Yeah, we said this when Alex died the first time, too, remember?
Alexandra,
Well-
the axe comes swinging at you, and he's not tripped. He didn't get tripped, did he? No, he didn't get tripped, right?
No, you rolled
No,
exactly what you
yeah,
needed.
that's right. All right, so that's a hit, and the damage for that is a total of 15 heavy damage. That would be one that you would want to roll with if you can mitigate some of that. Do you have any of that magic
Yeah,
left?
I'm going to parry. It's my last superiority dice, but, I mean... Damn it.
That would
Okay.
be well used. All right, so 10 out of that 15. So I'm
Yep.
going to take that from 33 wound points to 23 wound points. As you parry most of that damage. And then he's going to swing again with his axe. But he misses the second time. It's your turn.
Okay, well, back to regular attacks then, I guess.
That's a hit.
Not much
Pretty good
damage.
damage too, though. He looks like you're definitely making progress. You're slowly wearing Ezek down, even in his beefed up, feeding on the souls of these women form. Is that all our
Okay.
attacks?
Nope, I got another one. That sucked.
Yes, that one's a miss, though. What about Wallmeat?
I do have my second wind still available.
Okay, did you want to use that now, or you want to save it?
I'm going to save it.
All right. Jack, the little girl before you coughs, and up comes a mouth full of water.
I knew it.
Yay!
It looks like she might live. You roll her on her side as more water continues to go out and start patting her on the back. You're pretty sure that if you wouldn't have made that last check, that she would definitely have drowned.
What did he get? I'm curious.
Oh, heck, it's up here in the history. He got exactly a 15.
Nice.
Hey.
All right, God. Thanks for that one.
That was with disadvantage, too.
Nice.
That's looking up at the sky like, all right, you got one. Two. Coupled with the Lance Longinus, okay?
You're not sure what God was answering your prayers there, but something had definitely worked. All right, another stream of water shoots and hits you.
Tell the little girl, stay down.
Yeah, she hasn't quite come around just yet, and she doesn't look quite cognitive at this point. And why? I've got so many windows open at one time. I use this other monitor for recording everything we're doing.
At some point,
nice
the stream. At some point, the stream knocked Jack over. I thought.
Yeah, he got back up and back into the boat.
Okay.
Yeah, that was part of his movement. He could still take an action.
I got you. Okay.
This one's trying to knock me over again. I still need a reflex.
Right, I'm
yeah,
searching for
dex
your
save, right?
your elusive character sheet because I have like so many things open right now. Here it is. And dexterity save is your speciality. But you failed. I'm sorry. Jack's having a bad time with me at the helm. Yeah, so you fall back into the water as this thing shoots you with a stream of water. You fall in.
This will be funny to see. It really would.
Yeah, and below you, you know that these creatures are going to try to drag you down to your death. But we'll get back to you momentarily. Alex.
Oh, I got plans for their asses.
The battle axe is vicious as it swings at you once more. It hits and inflicts heavy damage, 14 damage. And then he raises his hand and shoots flames and hits you with that as well. Oh, wow. A 6, a 1, and a 1. 8 points of damage. That definitely could have been worse as he sears you with hellfire. It's your turn.
Alright, gonna burn that second wind now. Time for wall meat.
All right.
Or doll meat.
That's what Ezek was eating.
Hey, that's good.
Yes, very much needed.
Okay, and back to regular attacks. I think I'm going to have her switch over to her rapier now.
All right.
Does a little bit more damage than the whip does, which I'm still confused over, but okay.
What kind of action is it to use second wind? Is that a bonus action?
It's a bonus action, yeah.
All right. I'll say you can use your use item to switch weapons. Sure. And it's
Damn
a hit.
it.
No, it's a hit.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Because
Yep.
Brent is a stickler for armor rolls.
Okay.
Good job.
Yeah.
You could definitely thank Brent for that one. All right. 8 points of damage to Ezek.
And she's gonna take another swing.
Another hit.
And another 8.
All right. Your rapier pierces deep into Ezek's side. Unable to get around to the demon, but you definitely feel that you are making good progress here. You might actually stand a chance. All right. Jack. The monsters will go first, unfortunately. They were waiting for you to come back into the water. And their webbed, clawed hands start to grasp at your feet. Let's see if they actually get a good hold on you. But you kick them away. There are more than one, however. But you kick both of them away. Excellent. You think that you might be able to fly out of the water or attempt to crawl up the side of the boat or attack these things with maybe some kind of magic if you'd want. What would you like to do?
So, how far in the water would Shocking Grasp travel?
That's an excellent question. How far do you want it to travel?
If I were to, say, get back in the boat and lean over and touch the water.
Well, where's my smite?
Let me look at that spell real quick and I'll give you an answer. Let's see here. Shocking Grasp.
I don't think that's going to be in the sheet. This is kind of a
The range is touch.
No, this one's.
So yeah,
this
it
one's
would all
gonna
be.
come down to DM.
Yeah, it would all come down to the conductivity of the water.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that it's going to extend the range instead of being from touch to like about 10 feet or so. And both of them were just grabbing at you within that space. So I think that you could hit them both.
Sounds good.
All right, so I'm going to say that with your dexterity, you have no problem climbing back up into the boat. And then you reach over and you shock and grasp in the direction of those two creatures. I'm not even going to require a touch attack against them because they're within the radius of that. And let's see. I'm going to say that you have advantage on it as well, so it's going to hit. All right, that's 1d8 of lightning damage unless... No, it's 2d8.
2d8.
Yeah, because of your 5th level.
And
And
it happen to be vulnerable to it?
That's a good question. Let me look at their stat blocks here. Yes, actually. You do get a bonus for that. So, let me roll damage for both of these. Man, I'm just doing very poor with my rolls for you. Oh, not on that one, though. 8 damage on one and 15 on the other. They can't take reactions until the start of their next turn. And they took a little bit of extra damage due to being vulnerable. So it looks like the one that was hit for 15 damage may no longer be an issue. It fades out of your sight. You're not sure if it's dead or just stunned. The other one, however, it looks like it's still a problem. But it's down under the water. You don't think that these things may be willing to come up into the boat with you and the girl. The girl is now becoming more aware that there is a raven-cloaked naked man in the boat with her, which is preferable because the last thing that she knew, she was being abducted by the other man, who you can no longer see at this point. And it looks like the one that had spit and knocked you over the boat with its jet of water is now out of sight as well. And that'll be it for everyone's turn. Let's go back to Ezek. All right, Ezek is going to hurl flames once again at Alexandra. And misses. But he's going to try again. And critical hits.
Oh.
Wow. A 3, 3, and a 1. 7 points of damage.
That's less than last time. Nice.
His spirit is flagging and weak.
All right. So yeah, Ezek is painting this place with fire. You notice that some of it hits the dolls, and when they begin to scream in the searing pain, he smiles wickedly at you.
I came here to free them, Ezek, and that's exactly what I'm going to do, even if it costs me my life. Whatever's left of it, anyway.
I was gonna say.
You will find eternity in a small box at the bottom of a dark lake, where I will forget you.
Did you apply that damage, Mike? I didn't see it.
I was wondering about that. I thought that
Shut
it did.
up!
Thanks.
Trying to kill him again.
Thanks, bro.
I'm helping both of you. Sorry.
Alexandra, what would you like to do? You have 20 hit points left.
Yep, just gonna have to
Aside
attack
from
him
maybe
again.
Strangle Bren.
That's a hit. Maximum damage. Your rapier pierces deep into Ezek. He almost looks like he likes it.
Ew.
That is another hit. For 9 damage. Ezek stumbles. Just for the slightest moment, you might have seen a glance of worry in his eye.
Yeah, but I don't have a whole lot of health left myself, so I'm not thrilled about this right now. And that's the end of my turn, I guess. I did my 2 attacks.
Alright, Jack, you see a pool of blood start to form where you last saw the man that was trying to swim away.
Well, sucks to be him. Kind of sorry I didn't save him, but considering the circumstances, I think I went the right way. So, are the wolves still circling?
I'll have to roll a perception check for you on that one. Or as we old schoolers say, a spot check. Hee hee.
Indeed.
You rolled a 17, so that's 20. You can see where you think most of them are, because you spotted a couple of them moving in the tree lines. They are basically in the same spot that you last led them to. But they look like they're ready to move either way. Oh, no, that's right. They were actually going to try to make their way around to the east side of the lake because they saw that other guy swimming. So you kind of saw them in that direction. They're not exactly where you last led them. It's basically the same amount of distance, though. It's a very large lake.
That's fine. And there's the merman in the water.
The water's kind of dark. You can't see beneath the surface. But you... it would take a pretty good perception check. You saw when you cast the spell, it lit up everything. But now that the spell is no longer active, you can't really see under the water very well.
That's fine. Are the paddles actually in the boat?
Yeah.
Start rowing the boat. Away from the wolves.
Away from the wolves would be to the north.
Actually, better question. Do I know which direction Van Richtoven's tower is?
Van Richten would be to the west. But you don't think that this lake connects with the lake that his tower was in, because you're familiar with the map.
Damn, that would be too easy. Well, I could just sit and wait, but that's not really what Jax would do in this situation.
Yeah, if you wanted
How
to...
awake and where is she?
She's very scared. Very scared little girl, but she's very awake. If you wanted to go with your first instinct and row to the other side of the lake away from the wolves, you think it would take quite a while for them to come around to that side. Because they'd have to transverse, all the land that goes around that. You even think that with the mists on the surface of the water, it would be kind of hard for them to see you.
Start rowing. Ask her name. Tell her it's okay. We'll get you home. Where are you from?
She said, "My name is Arabelle. I don't know why Bluto put me in the sack." When she speaks, you can get the Vistani kind of sound from her voice. That accent.
I vaguely recall that name. Are you with the Vistani from the Serapul?
Not the Serapul.
Do you know your way home?
We're in the woods just south of Vallaki.
Yes, I think that's about right.
Okay, so you continue to row, and I'm going to roll a spot check for, a perception check for you again.
I know exactly what you mean. The only reason it's not still spot is because they.
Well, yeah,
merged
it's
spot
listen. Yeah, all of your perceptions, listening and stuff, doesn't have to be separated, and I think that makes sense because they are all the same anyway, really. But yes, you notice a suspicious deer on the other side of this.
God damn that deer!
The fucking deer.
You
I told you we
actually
should have killed it when we had the chance.
You get a sense that it might be the same deer that you saw long ago with the rest of your
Lord.
companions.
Oh god, it's Strahd, isn't it?
Call out to the deer. Do you know the way home?
All right, I'm gonna roll a persuasion check, and I grabbed the wrong thing. Persuasion check +6 for you. You see the deer begin to transform. All right, Alexandra, back to you. Ezek is growling mad at this point, and he says, "You've always been more trouble than you're worth." He raises his axe high above his head and swings down with all of his might and hits you. 9 points of damage. That's pretty rough. He raises his red hand up to sear you with flames. And hits. Five points of damage, though, because my rolls are crap.
Wow. Wow, that's close.
That's your turn. He only gets 2 attacks.
She's not going to say anything except attack him once more. She wants to finish off whatever the hell that thing is on his back. The AC was, is that a hit or a miss?
That's a hit.
Okay.
Just enough. Alright, 6 points of damage. You think that you might have him. Another good hit might or might not do it for you. Oh, it's a hit.
Nice.
Because that armor's off. Oh my god. Okay. Ezek drops down to one knee. It looks like he's on the brink of being defeated. You don't think that in death it would have a permanent effect. But you can tell he's extremely weak right now. The look on his face is one of disbelief and total furiosity. Is that all you can do with your...
I only have the 2 attacks left. All of my action dice are burned, including both my bonus actions.
Alright, so there's nothing else you can do at this point.
Nope, except talk.
Okay.
Ask the dolls to kick him. Get the human girl to smack him and beat him up.
Actually, she does have the rat dagger. She could pass it to the girl that was on the altar.
Do you want to throw a dagger at her?
Not at her!
To her?
Yeah, she'll toss the rat dagger to her. She
okay.
can see it.
Let's see. Oh, wow, I rolled a 17. She catches the dagger.
Can you see it?
Yeah, she nods to you.
Then finish it.
I'm sorry. She is not very combat worthy and makes a failed attempt to stab directly at what you're talking about, but misses. Ezek pushes her off easily. But you can tell that you've inspired her, that perhaps maybe she'll continue to do so. And I'll roll initiative for her, too. And I rolled pretty damn good that time. All right. I didn't expect for you to find the deer. That was interesting that you suggested going north. So, let me see
demon
what
deer.
happens there.
I told you we should have killed that thing when we had the chance.
I wonder if there's an image for this.
Fun fact, deers are rarely negative symbols.
Rarely, yes, but he has explicitly said several times it is a suspicious deer.
Suspicious can be good.
Maybe bust. You don't know.
All right, you have
Yeah.
Discord, so you can see images, right? Ooh,
Yes, there are facts.
why is Google correcting me? I really do want to search for what I just typed. I know it's spelled weird, damn it. Maybe it's spelled so weird.
Demon venison?
There we go. That's what I was looking for. All right, just let me save it so I can rename it, so you don't automatically get it spoiled. Oh, go back. No, don't open it in Photoshop, you turd. Alright, in the CV Ravenloft chat, I will add an image. Do I have to drag and drop it? Why is this thing not working? Yeah, I guess I have to minimize Fantasy Grounds. Wonderful. Oh, no, it's doing it. It's just taking forever. It would help if I didn't accidentally open Photoshop. Come on, Discord.
I didn't know we had a Grimoire bot. That's pretty cool.
Wow, Brent, where have you been?
I know, seriously. That's been like the coolest thing.
What does it do?
All
It's
sorts of stuff.
Natiko. It's just a clone of Natiko, only they customized it and made it Bloodstained-esque.
And it does a lot more stuff now, man. Paco's written like
Yeah.
every 2 hours. It gives pictures from the forum on the fan art.
Mm-hmm.
And,
There's a waifu game
yeah.
and monster fights that you can collect gold for all sorts of neat things.
I know the suspense is killing everyone here.
Yeah, I'm waiting to see this suspicious demon deer.
Yeah, I'm on the board so much that I don't have enough time to be on the Discord.
You should be on here more often, Brent. We're more fun.
Well, it's all
they're both
important.
fun.
It's all important.
I didn't say the forums weren't important. I just said we're more fun.
Well, I could get it on my phone. I should do that.
Yeah, you should.
I have a new phone. It'd probably work pretty well. That's a dude.
Dude. Wow. Thank you, Captain Obvious.
I was expecting a deer, but it's not.
It's not. It's not a deer.
It's a dude.
It's a dude. And the deer transforms into this dude. And I can
Oh
share
my
that.
god,
in
you know what
Fantasy
he
Grounds,
reminds
too.
me of? He reminds me of the villain from what's that movie with Drew Barrymore playing as Cinderella? Ever After.
I love that movie.
Yeah, doesn't he look just like him?
Yes.
You named him this dude in Fantasy
This
Grounds.
dude. Bravo.
This dude.
And what was it that you said to him, Jack?
You said, "Do you know your way home?" or something like that.
He looks very confused, and he says, "You look like you could use some help."
Sean Connery.
I imagine we've looked like that all the times that you've seen us. So yes, we could probably use some help.
Well, come with me to my mansion.
You're gonna kill Brett tonight, I swear to God.
Yes, I think I shall follow the strange man into the woods for the promise of candy.
He's going to show you the penis mightier.
Oh my God! An
Don't
anal
get me
bum.
wrong, I'm grateful, but snarky is my default.
He's going to show you an anal bum cover with his finger.
Oh.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Yes, well, bring your small child on shore with you, and we'll take shelter nearby.
This is
Just so you
getting
know, I am
worse.
a powerful wizard.
Not as powerful as I. What is your name?
Jack Motley. I am naked.
I would tell you my name, but I can't quite remember it. Having a bit of trouble lately. He helps pull the boat to the shore to where you can both get out. He says, I don't remember everything, but I do remember how to do this. And then he casts a spell. I'm not sure if you're familiar with it or not, but a giant mansion appears just in the woods line, where he takes you, where you won't be so visible to whatever you're fleeing from.
Is your name Bigby?
That name sounds quite familiar, but it doesn't seem to fit.
A very famous wizard left his name on several conjuration spells. Or Leomund. Leomund was another one.
That name also sounds familiar to me. I can't quite remember. I'm sorry. My mind seems foggy.
Well, I'm a collector of stories. Maybe we can help each other.
Yes, well, let's go inside then. You go inside the mansion. It looks bigger on the inside than it did the outside.
Time Lord Science.
All right. Is your name the Doctor?
No, I am afraid that I have lost my name. All right, Alexandra. The woman that you threw the dagger to is going to attempt to stab Ezek before he has a chance to attack you again. Unfortunately, she's not very combat adept and misses. Ezek looks at her for a moment.
Yeah,
and,
I was gonna say he can at least get his attention, so Alex can make an attack.
I'm gonna let her try and distract him, but I'm gonna let you make the decision on how she chooses to do that.
Suppose she'll try to go for his throat with a dagger.
Well, she's already tried with the dagger. That's not working, so it can't be an attack.
Okay, then she will try to run out of the room.
Okay, she runs out of the room, but he doesn't seem to pursue. And he's going to focus fully on you then. Oh boy.
Oh, okay.
That's a hit. I'm afraid to roll these dice. Five points of damage. You have 1 hit point left.
Wow.
Okay. Dear God. This is going to be an important roll. What are you doing? You can't roll yet. He's got 2 attacks. I have to roll. I'm sorry. Here goes the other attack. And it's a miss. Whew. That's close. Oh my God. Okay.
Wow, that's close.
Yeah. Not very great. That was so close. An 11. All right. So, you rolled. I'll go ahead and take that as your attack. Your battle axe is a miss. No, that's his roll. Hold on.
That was,
What did you roll? You rolled a
I rolled a
26. Yeah, you hit. All right, Alexander, this is a very important moment. You have defeated Ezek. Because he is this ghostly form in the afterlife, it doesn't kill him. It just makes it to where he really can't do anything for the moment. It's not like he loses consciousness, but you can tell that you've defeated him at this point, and he's at your mercy. What do you want to do?
She's going to put that rapier straight through his shoulder and into the thing on his back.
So you want to pierce it?
Yep.
You pierce it, and it looks like it hurts both him and it at the same time. Your sword is just stuck through it. It doesn't look like either one of them has, changed any other than you're torturing it.
Can she rip it off of him now?
You can try. How do you want to rip it off?
By grabbing it and ripping it off.
All right. So I think just by prying it out of him, pulling it, you've created a small hole with your rapier. So if you remove that, dig your fingers in, you think that you can start to pry it away. Is that what you want to do?
Yep.
All right. Roll a strength check.
Damn it.
That was a natural 7. Your strength is what, a 0?
Yeah.
Plus 0? I'm going to say with advantage. Go ahead and roll one more. Don't put advantage on it, because you've already rolled once. I don't know how to explain that to people, but yes, okay. It does not come free, but Ezek is growling at you to get away from him. He's been nothing but trouble for me.
Get used to it.
All right. You can try again if you want. You can use advantage as well.
Okay.
There you go. You think you've made some progress. You hear a sick pulling as this thing starts to detach, but you can see that it's actually part of him. You're going to have to rip harder than that to get it off. It'll take a bit of time. So, is anyone else doing anything at the moment? I don't want to steal the spotlight too much. Elias, Mr. Jeeves, Jack?
Keep going. No, we're good.
You are a suspicious-looking deer when you're a deer, sir.
Yes, I take that form so that I don't draw attention to myself as I recover my wits.
Is it possible you could, maybe look less suspicious?
I'm sorry.
Several of my group discussed killing you. Is the only reason I bring it up.
Your group? You must be part of the evil vampire that rules this land's minions, if you would kill me.
Actually, no. Technically speaking, we are doing a job for him, but we don't really like him. And he really doesn't like me.
Yes, well, a friend of my friend is my friend, but the enemy of my friend is not. I'm sorry. I'm having problems focusing. If you will forgive me, you and your little female friend will have shelter here. But
I appreciate that.
I'm afraid I can't house you for long, especially if you are in league with that vampire.
Ah, now there's where we are digressing. I never said we were in league. I said technically we're supposed to be doing a job. We're being forced into this. We don't want to do it. We are doing other things as well, but I don't know how far I can exactly trust you.
As you talk to him, you can see like his eyes just kind of start to look through you as if he stopped paying attention or understanding what you were saying. He looks very confused.
Vampire bad.
In fact,
vampire bad. We don't like.
You can tell he might be under some kind of magical influence.
What's the last thing you do remember clearly, and how long has it been since you lost your memory?
Let me roll for him there. I remember fighting the vampire. I fell from a cliff very far. If it wasn't for my magical prowess, I'm sure I would have died. But I think a spell or something had backfired, and that's the last thing I remember.
I figured that's who this guy was.
Sergey? Longinus?
These names do not sound familiar. I'm sorry, young man. I just seem to have lost my memories. Fortunately, I still have a few spells that I had prepared, including
It's
this
well
nifty
enough.
mansion. It almost comes naturally to me.
I like this mansion. It's a very nice mansion. That being said, would you mind joining us as we find our way back to the group? I think they might be able to help more than I in this instance.
I will provide shelter for you, but I don't believe that I will be traveling anywhere anytime soon.
Is there a particular reason?
I can't bring attention to myself in this state.
Then be a deer, I'll be a bird. We'll walk with our young girlfriend. That sounded awkward. We'll walk with our young female friend.
I am afraid I must decline.
Welcome to my world, Logan.
I grumble in frustration. Jack says that out loud.
I grumble in frustration. Just take the shelter, man.
I think I had a dog. Have you seen my dog? Here, boy. There's no dog.
This dude's nuts.
There's no dog around here. I doubt there's a dog.
I swear I had a watchdog.
Mordenkainen?
Huh? That name does sound familiar. Do you know who Mordekainen is?
A powerful wizard. He had a spell called Mordenkainen's Watchdog.
Ah, yes, that sounds very familiar. I believe you may be onto something, sir. I think that might be my name.
Knowledge Arcana?
Alright. Let's see.
Just every little bit I can think about Mordenkainen.
You remember that he is the person that invented quite a few spells, including Mordenkainen's mansion and Faithful Watchdog. Him and his friends that you named earlier, actually, Big B and who else did you name?
It was an L name, Leonard or something like that?
Leoman.
Oh yeah, Leoman. You know that they're a circle of very famous wizards that invented a lot of spells and would adventure together. Quite a powerful group. Legendary, actually.
Yeah, that's how Jack knows them. But
You have no idea why one of those people would be here, though.
But Jack might recall the story told of the wizard that led the villagers against Strahd, but was defeated because something backfired on him and he was lost. I think that's the same person.
It's a good theory.
can you make an intelligence roll for me?
Sure. What are we trying to be smart about?
basically trying to remember that story because I did not, but Jack might.
That would be wisdom.
Yeah,
And
wisdom, okay.
you're not so great at that. So you're not really putting 2 and 2 together there like Elias would.
Nope, that's why I need other people. Well, we're just going to assume you're Mordenkainen, in which case you are one of the most powerful wizards to have ever lived.
Why, thank
Pleased
you.
to make your acquaintance.
I think. And he nods his appreciation.
As I said before, my name is Jack Motley. I am a wizard. Well, wizard-like. I'm creative more than powerful.
You see him start to stare off into space again. You can tell he's really under the power of some intense magic. For someone so great to be so confused.
So if I tie you up with rope, drag you after me and resist, right?
Yes, I would not allow you to do such a thing. In fact, I think that your welcome may be wearing off.
At this point, Jack would apologize.
Well, how long do you and your little friend need to stay?
A full rest is 8 hours. At that point, I can probably get us back to Vallaki on my own.
Well, roll a persuasion. Oh, I'm sorry, you're not here. I will do that for you at a nice +6. Very persuasive, Jack. Yes, you think that you can persuade him to let you stay for that amount of time, but you know that Jeeves and Elias will probably be wondering where you're at, assuming that those wolves may have got the better of you.
Yeah, because no one trusts me.
Join the club.
Alright, let's get back to Alexandra. Alexandra, try once again with advantage. Strength roll to pull this thing out of Ezek. 13. I'm just going to say with enough time you can finally pry this thing out of him. And you separate it from his being. It looks like it had been not only tied physically to him, but spiritually as well. It's still alive and at your mercy. It looks like some kind of demon.
She's going to twist its head until its neck snaps.
All right. You hear a sickening snap and a scree as this demon starts to fade from existence. You think that it may be heading back to some other plane. You saw the same kind of effect when the witch at the windmill had shifted from one plane of existence into another. You're not sure if that means it's gone forever, because you do remember that when Van Richten banished that other demon, it wasn't quite permanent. But you think that you've definitely done this, and in this plane, things might work differently.
Well, it's already the realm of the dead, so I can imagine there's not too many other places it can go to hide. And with that, she'll turn back to Ezek.
The expression on Isaac's face has changed. He says to you, "That thing has been in my mind for so long. It's been part of me, and I part of it. It rearranged me from the inside. Pleasure was pain, and pain was pleasure. I remember all of the things I've done. It made me like it all. I may be free of it directly, but I have been under its influence too long. I can't stop being the thing that it trained me to be."
You're free of it now. You can do as you wish.
"You should take the girls from here. I do not know how long I can think clearly, but I can't be trusted. Thank you. For the best. I hope we shall not meet again."
You don't have to stay here, you know.
All of the things that I've done, I remember liking it.
You underestimated my companions, and you paid the price with your life. That alone doesn't absolve you of your sins. But this place, this empty mist, maybe the time you've spent here will give you a chance to come to terms with everything you've done. Or not. Either way, I suspect we'll be here for a while, so we might as well get used to each other's company and try to make the best of it. Who knows? You might even learn to atone for the atrocities you committed in life. Stranger things have happened.
No, you must take these women far away from here.
I intend to, but that doesn't mean you have to linger here.
If you come back, I don't know what I will be.
Then why stay?
I am bound to this place.
This tower wasn't here in the town in life. It seems to be your own creation. Can't you leave it?
This seems to be some sort of impression from the inn where I committed my most horrible acts.
I burned it down.
Not here. When you
Then
burned
how do I destroy it here?
I'm afraid that if it was to be destroyed, it's mostly a construct of my own spirit. I would have to destroy it myself by being different.
Then do it. You have it within you. You're free of that thing.
I am free of its influence. I don't know how much of me is me anymore. It's been with me for so long. I don't think I can be trusted. You should take the girls while you still can.
I will, but I'll come back.
I can't stop you.
No, I suppose this time you can't, can you? You underestimated me, and I'm disappointed in you, Isaac. If you took away nothing from our time together, I would have hoped you'd realized I have an affinity for monsters. I'm sorry I backed you into a corner and made you feel like you had no choice, but killing me wasn't the answer. I didn't deserve what you did to me at all, and it didn't solve anything. It only made your situation worse.
You understand nothing, Alexandra.
I understand more than you know. I'll give you some time to think on everything you've done, but I said I'd be back, and I keep my word.
Just get them out of here. I can't have them looking at me.
And with that, she turns and she starts untrussing all of the dolls from the chains and the ropes.
Once you're done, he very weakly moves his arm with great effort to point at the altar, and underneath it you notice a pretty small box. Well, I say box, but it's more like a chest. Inside, after you unlock it, you find a contorted doll that has been stuffed inside.
She'll take that one too.
All right. You have all the dolls freed. You can lead them out of the tower now.
And she does. She heads towards the door, but she stops, turns back, and walks up to him, leans up, and kisses his cheek once more. You really are a bastard, Isaac. But I still keep my word. And she turns and leaves.
All right. All the dolls follow with you, and you see Rose, Thorn not present. Rose says, I knew you could do it. Now we can all play forever. Let's go to my house.
I can't stay, Rose.
She just giggles. And that's where we will close the chapter with Alexandra for now. Until, maybe her friends could help her out. Otherwise, this may be your fate.
I can't play, Rose. I've only got 1 hit point.
Yeah, that was so close. Oh my god, that was just crazy. Maybe no, I'm not going to share with you what would have happened if you didn't. But that was pretty important. Good job, Alexandra. You avoided a fate much worse than death. Okay, so this is a good spot to wrap up for the night. We have Jack with some crazy wizard who might be Mordenkainen, and Elias and Mr. Jeeves have arrived back in Vallaki. Once you get there, you don't see that the place is completely on fire with massive amount of witch burnings. You enter the gates with no problems, and it looks like the festival has concluded. One witch was burned, and you know that this will be in much disappointment of Carmilla and the old hag. But it looks like everyone had successfully persuaded the burgomaster to only burn one of the witches on his list. However, he still has a long list, and he considers all of those people on that list enemies that were ready to overthrow him and take his power.
Right.
So who knows how long that will last? We'll have to see. But the heroes had definitely affected the outcome of the fate of Vallaki and the burning of witches.
All right. That all ended much better than I thought it would.
Yeah.
Interesting. This is a really interesting episode.
Yeah, I'm sorry that I didn't have more of the fishmen from Castlevania to show on the screen, but I'll put those in the Facebook group. And let's see. Also, the dolls that spin their heads around in Castlevania. Those were the dolls in the Tower of Dolls. The music was the Tower of Dolls, actually.
Yep. Yeah, and I found the Judgment version after that, but we had to cut the bot out.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, the reason I said cave trolls because that's a name for them in the inverted castle when they shoot their tongues out at you and do a lot of damage.
Yeah, those are the things that jump out and they have their tongues that shoot out.
Yeah.
A long way. That's not what I'm talking about.
Yeah, you're talking about water shots. Yeah.
Yeah, water shots, not tongues. Anyways.
They regret the day they crossed my path.
Yeah, well, some of them got the hell shocked out of them. The other ones, looks like they probably ate pretty well.
That was a great idea, too, with the shocking grasp of the water.
Yeah, it was. I like how it lit them up so that you could kind of see them a little bit. All right. Well, we have a party split 3 ways. That's always fun.
Oh, and hey, Elias not even being with Alexandra, help save her, because I think she'd probably be dead if we didn't have the AC a little bit lower.
Absolutely. Well, she's already dead, but that...
Yeah, deader.
The alternate ending to that bit of the story was... I don't know, man. It was pretty gruesome.
Yeah, you told me in...
Do y'all want to hear it? Maybe I should reveal it.
That's up to April.
Why is it up to me?
If you
it's
want to
your
hear,
alternate ending.
I want to hear.
It really is up to April, though.
It's fine.
That doesn't sound very enthusiastic, so I think that maybe I'll just hold on to this.
Just say it.
All right. If you would have not defeated Ezek, he would have said, "You're more you're more trouble than worth in life, but here I have only grown more powerful. You somehow escaped the doll I bound you to, but you will never escape this." Then he pulls that chest where you found that contorted doll out from under the altar. After breaking your bones in a way where he can fit you inside the chest, he locks you in and wraps it in chains. Before long, you feel yourself sinking as the cold water begins filling the box. At the bottom of Lake Zarovich, Alexandra Belmont is left to be forgotten. This puts a smile on the lips of Ezek Strozny. But you avoided that fate.
Well, that's what he said he was going to do, so, yeah.
And that's the same lake that Jack was just at.
How about that?
Where some soul now rests.
Yeah.
The dude.
The dude.
Suspicious deer. I thought that it was so funny that you guys thought that that deer was suspicious, and I was like, that is so funny when this eventually may come in. Because if he wouldn't have gone north in the lake, you guys never would have found that. So, that was cool, Logan. Good job.
And he's still hanging out there, right?
Yeah. I'll let you decide on what you want to do and how long you want to rest up there and when you want to get back to the rest of your friends. But as at the moment, the party is split and everyone levels up, even Alexandra.
Ooh.
Wow.
This will be fun.
Yeah, you guys have accomplished a lot. You survived. Well, most of you survived the encounter with the behemoth, and then you found the relic, and you purified the site, and Alexandra made up for what experience she missed out on in her own way, her own little mini adventure. So it all balances out, and everyone can level up.
Yeah, I think we've done more stuff, even like, we've done a lot since we leveled up last time.
Yeah, but you've accomplished quite a bit.
Jack's going to come back to his friends a little different.
Ooh. Interesting.
How much more different
You
can
remember
Jack
Mike?
Do I? I can't roll the wisdom check in real life.
No, but I can send you a Facebook message in a minute.
Okay. I'm glad that you're able to join us
been a while.
remotely, man. Because it was a heck of a Jack episode, too. I'm sorry that Mr. Jeeves and Elias only got to kill, like, one dire wolf.
That's all right.
Well, that's fine, yeah.
I think the other option was that they would have died.
Yeah.
I just, random encounters sometimes. I mean, you guys could have passed that point and got that random encounter at any level. Some of that stuff is really overpowered. Because I remember when Brent got taken down by just a regular wolf.
Several regular wolves.
Okay,
Yeah.
it wasn't a regular one. It was like 9 at the time. And come to think of it, Jack won that one too by making a bear. Jack wins most of his encounters without actually beating them force of arms. He gets creative.
Yep. Always an interesting character. Those are the best. Thinking outside the box. It's what the game's all about. All right, so April, are you mad at me? Or are you good with the way things have turned out?
Could have been better.
I don't see how. He is a psychopath, but okay. I mean, how much better could it have been?
Could have stuck to the actual plan that we spent time making.
Hey, this was a result of that. It got my wheels turning, and I mean, you freed him of the thing that we talked about and planned. So, what part was left out that you didn't like?
I thought they were going to encounter each other at the graveyard.
Oh, no. No, I like the Tower of Dolls much better. I mean, he still would have been a psychopath at the graveyard. Just wouldn't have been as cool.
I don't understand what part about that quote you don't understand.
I don't understand what part of he gets his jollies off of torturing people that don't like him. Playing with a toy that actually likes him isn't really his thing. So that doesn't work for him. And that's what you can't understand. He doesn't dig you. You're different and special because you like it. And that's what will never work for him, is because there will always be a part of you that enjoys it. He wants the fear, the torture, and the sadistic pleasure of raping and harming people. And you're always going to like that in some weird, twisted way. At least a little bit. And that will not work for him.
The way he was before, with the possession of the parasite, right?
Yes.
Not now.
Yeah, now it might be different. She's removed that from him, and he wasn't saying the same things again. But you have to imagine, like, what kind of person he is after living so long with doing and enjoying all of those things. But yeah, it's at least a step in the direction of sanity, but I wouldn't say that he's a clean-shaven, happy-go-lucky guy now.
Which wasn't what I was looking for anyway, so...
Right, so you should be happy. I think it works. Like, I thought it would... You know, he's not a goody two-shoes. He's a broken soul. And he's still... Who knows if these habits are something that's going to be something long-term for him or not. It doesn't really matter. This is the afterlife. If you don't resurrect him, well, it won't matter. If you don't get resurrected, it won't matter. I can't tell the future on those things. But if he was to get resurrected, then who knows how different he may be. He may still be a psycho, but hopefully he would appreciate what you've done for him, because he can at least be himself now and not controlled by some parasite from hell.
Yeah, I think it went pretty damn well myself, but
I'd hope so. I put a lot of thought into it.
Well, I'll see you next week, because she's not resurrected yet.
Yeah, well, it's hard to accomplish a lot in 3 hours.
I'm going to keep going.
It's not a lot you could do in the underworld. I think I need to focus on more spending time on...
Hence them.
Yeah, well, yeah, let's leave it up to your friends to either bury you or resurrect you or do whatever they decide. Find a worthy sacrifice and talk to Van Richten, or who knows. Something completely different might be around the corner. Something new.
I thought that was only a one-shot deal with the scroll.
You've got to talk to Van Richten about that.
Mm-hmm.
Now that he knows the spell.
You do know that the scroll did disintegrate when he cast that, but you don't know if that's like if it's a spell that he can now cast on his own and only him, unless, because no one else can study the scroll now that it's gone. It's either not an option or it's something that only he can do at this point, but you're not sure yet which one of those things it is.
Good point. Only one way to figure it out. Go talk to Van Richten.
Mm-hmm.
Got to figure out a way to bring Sean Conn a wizard.
I'm a very sexy wizard. My goatee is immaculate.
Yeah, quite a handsome fella.
Yes, this was a character. Well, if it's really Mordekainen, this is a character that Gary Gygax, the man, we all owe D&D to this guy. It was one of his favorite characters that he made. Should read up on him. Pretty interesting character. All right, I think it's a good time to call the game. So, good night, everyone.
Mm-hmm. Good night, man.